And we used to sit there struggling to make money as teenagers, giving it all away to our parents to keep the house functioning, dreaming of a world where we didn't have to do that anymore. We had imagination and we had hunger and fire. You don't have those things. That's why you're Do you not understand? It doesn't matter how tired I get when I fight. I'm never actually tired because I am so desperate to hurt my opponent. I am more desperate to hurt him than I am tired. In all realms, forever. That is the hunger and motivation. That's why boxers start poor. That's why fighters are poor. There's a different mentality they're born with. They imagine being champion. They're prepared to do anything it takes. They have hunger and fire inside of them. There's no middle class champions. None. So it's extremely important you develop your imagination as well as your fire. And I'm saying this to you because there's a whole bunch of you who don't realize how badly you've failed. You were born somewhere in the middle, and you're still somewhere in the middle. You grew up in some middle-class household. Your parents had a car. Your parents had jobs. They had a mortgage. They paid their house off. You've now moved out. You got some fucking average-ass apartment in Miami. You the odd girl. You got some Audi. You make a little bit of money. You think you're a G. You're a nobody. You've not even managed to surpass your parents. You haven't elevated on any level. You're exactly where they were. You're at the same place. And I'm telling you, unless you get into the ultra wealthy, unless you're in a position like my brother and I, where you can spend millions and millions of dollars a day for the rest of human time, eventually you're going to end up some degree of slave. You need to start imagining what actual freedom is. You need to start seeing beyond the confines of your comfort. You need to start developing the hunger it's going to take for you to elevate to the highest possible echelons and stop being enslaved by your comfort, because that's what you're enslaved by. It's extremely important. Your future is the result of your daily actions. You're defined by what you do today. Lazy now, loser later. Get to work. Now, I said to you earlier, if I asked you when's the last time you made a brave choice, you'd struggle to answer it. Here's the next question. Besides this emergency meeting, what have you done today which is going to positively affect the outcome of your future?
I guarantee only 5,000 of you hit the gym. I know you're fans of mine. Maybe less. What, 3,000?
Yep.
How many put in a good training session today? I did. You did.
Yep.
How many of you at home have trained today?
How many of you at home have actively tried to network today?
Learned something new today?
When have you sat and imagined your dream life? When have you self-analyzed and self-reflected and tried to work out where you've gone wrong to end up such a mediocre specimen of man? Why can't you go down to the dealer and buy a brand new Lamborghini right now? Why not? Is it a lack of money? Is it a lack of, what is it? Is it only money? Are you afraid if you buy one you'll get robbed? Are you What is stopping you? Have you even thought about any of these things? Has it even crossed your mind? It's extremely important, gentlemen, that you understand the chessboard and understand exactly where you are so you can make changes. Most of you are not actively building a future. You're not actively trying to build the dream life that you want to have. And then you expect it to just appear. Do you know why? Because when you were born in the middle, your parents put food in the fridge. It just appeared. The heating was just on because it was cold outside. Do you not understand when you were born here and it was cold outside and you said, "Mom, it's cold. Can we put the heating on?" She'd say, "Do you have any money?"
Put on a sweater. Sweaters are free.
You'd say, "No, I don't have any money." "You ain't got any money? Why do you want the heater on?" It's like, "Because I ain't got any." "Well, it's cold." "Well, then get some money." We were taught, if you want something, get money. "Mom, I'm hungry." "You got any money?" "No." "Well, then you're hungry. Bitch, get some money." We knew. You never had that problem. You think your dream life's going to just appear on your doorstep because food just appeared in your fridge and the heating just turned on. It was given to you by your parents and they have neutered you. They've taken away your spirit of resistance, your spirit to conquest and fight back. That's why people at the bottom, we understand intricately. We understand this viscerally. We understand that nothing is going to come to us unless we go out there and get it ourselves. And once you have that, you have endless motivation for all things. That is extremely important. It's truly incredible how lazy you are if you're prepared to spend your only spin of this earth living a subpar experience purely because you cannot find the fire inside of you to get up and get things done. Lil Pump tweeted something the other day.
Go on.
He tweeted that he's gone to the gym and his primary motivation was me. And I said, good. God wants to see you take care of what he has given you. Nobody continues to give gifts to the ungrateful. This is absolutely true about life. Except the people who are most likely to get gifts when they're ungrateful are the idiots in the middle. When you're at the bottom, you don't get gifts at all. If you do, you better fucking show you're grateful for it, or you're never gonna get it again. At the top, if they give you money or give you gifts, they expect you to go out there and do something fantastic with it, like they would do, because they have high expectations of themselves and their bloodline. But if you're in the middle, you're allowed to f up. Do you think Baron Trump is gonna be allowed to f with Trump's money? Doubt it. Do you think the people at the bottom are allowed to f up with a few dollars in the house? No. You know who's allowed to f up? You. Somewhere in the middle, you can borrow a bit of money, you can oops, I got in debt, oops, I gamble, oops, I'm a dummy, you can oops, and guess what? They'll bail your stupid ass out. You will never truly feel the sting of rock bottom. And that's why you're gonna stay where you are. It's truly incredible how much you can sabotage somebody by helping them. You primarily help somebody by refusing to save them from their own self-sabotages. And it is poor people and rich people that do that. People in the middle do not understand it. They don't understand it. If my son fucks up, he is. I don't care how much money I have. Fuck you. I didn't from the bottom. There's no way I'm gonna let you fuck up at the top. And I'm as ruthless as I need to be. I will put his ass on the streets. People in the bottom will put their kids on the streets. People at the top will tell their kids to fuck off and kick them out the dynasty.
Yeah, you hear that all the time.
People in the middle, never.
Well, this rich guy, his daughter has 2 kids with 2 different fathers and is struggling on rock bottom, and he's a billionaire. He doesn't even help her. I wouldn't help him. It's what it is. It's a cold world. Welcome to the streets.
We skipped the middle because we had fire inside of us. And the second we got any kind of propulsion, any kind of momentum, we just shot straight to the top. In a few years, we went from absolute nothing to multi-millionaires in like 16 months. Because as soon as we got a bone, like a dog on a sausage, the second we smelt money, we were all over it. People in the middle, I'm gonna build my wealth in 22 years, 22 years? That's how much time you have? That's how much food's in your fridge, you little b****. You're gonna sit around and just wait 22 years? People die in our world. We don't have 22 years. We have things to do. We have to go and get it. We have hunger inside of us. You are so lazy. Most of you have a plan to get rich in 3 years from now, and that's fine. You don't understand you could get rich in 3 weeks if you tried. You could be rich in 3 months. You could go buy a Lambo in 3 months. You still don't have one. You've been watching emergency meetings for 2 years. You watch every single show and you think you're doing something. You don't take any action. You're still stuck in the middle like a dick. If you were to say to me, Andrew, you have to train a fighter, a boxer. Do you want somebody who has poor nutrition and poor sleep, but endless fire inside of them, someone poor, to turn them into Muhammad Ali? Or do you want somebody with a good bed and good food, but lacks fire? Which one do you think is going to become a champion? Which boxers have become champion historically across time? Were they rich men? Were they from middle class incomes? Or were they from the ghetto? Were they from the bottom? Nothing can overtake and nothing will surpass hunger and fire inside of you. It's easier for me to make a poor man and turn him into a rich person than it is for me to take a middle class person and turn him into a rich person. People in the middle are the worst. You're the hardest to work with. People in the middle are the biggest losers. There's nothing wrong with being born at the bottom. There's something wrong with being born in the middle because it destroys your fire.